I think I'm just going to show off a couple of random things before we get to today's main show here. So, I think that'll look a little better. Yeah, so, build is obviously going to be before we start that, talk about something else a little different. So, the next video on my channel is not going to be a review of the kit I built today because it's going to take me longer than that to build it, and I want to build all of it on stream. So, my next video on the channel is going to be a unboxing video, and I'll have that up next week, but just do a little teaser. I want to show something I got in that order. Look at how tiny this is. In my hand here, the 1/100 Walker Machine Gallop. Yeah, so this is something I opened. I opened this last night. I already filmed the video and had to edit it, get it uploaded, but I wanted to talk about this one because I think it's honestly so tiny. Folded entirely on basically one runner that was like split down straight. But like these tiny little pilot figure, although his arm that person is frustrating, but everything on this is lovingly folded, lovingly detailed. And I'm curious to see how it goes together because it's got some really kind of scary thin pieces for the roll cage for the gun. But it also comes with water slides, so after it's all painted, I'm interested to see how that goes. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about this real quick because I just find it fascinating how tiny it is. And knowing that the guy in the evening along with this came out and made a 1/144 scale version of this thing, which I think is genuinely like 2 inches tall. It's so tiny. But you don't really see like stuff that small these days. Probably for good reason. These are probably very, very thinly, but because I mean, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know for that, but the in-universe height of this thing is 7.8 meters. So it's not that big of a mech like in real life. So I don't know how tall this is going to stand. Light bubble on my screen there. I don't know what that was, but thank you for whoever left the light. That made me lose my train of thought, but I just noticed it says 2 machine guns here in the stats, but I think it only has the one. I'm not sure what that's all about. Yeah, this is not what I'm building today, though. I actually have a couple of these now, and I'm going to be building them over the summer, but the Hoba here, which I have as a YouTube short on my channel, I unboxed this one. I haven't started building it yet, but I just want to crack it open for funsies here. Just appreciate stuff like very like I'll drop it. Red figure that comes with this actually looks pretty good. Considering the age of this mold and the press is holding up, or run over here, he's also missing his goggles for some reason. This one came on 3 runners though, just to give you a sense of scale. The actual like propeller bit of the Hoba here, it's like the size of a TV-ish, kind of funny. And of course you get the stand with it too. It's weird that it's molded in this like brownish green like, I don't think any of the colors on the whole buggy itself are meant to be this shade. So I'm going to need to pick up some yellow paint, some blue paint, a little bit of white, maybe some silver. I might freeform it a little bit just because this seems kind of fun. And then to leather it to make it look like it does on the box art here. So that's another one that I'm going to do this summer. Not sure if I'm going to stream that or not since it's an older one. And quite frankly, building those L9 kits on stream was incredibly frustrating. I don't think I want to try streaming that again. So I think I'll save build streams for high grades, master grades, real grades. If I ever get a perfect grade, I would 100% stream that because I've never built a perfect grade before. So that would be something fun to share live and then have fun talking with people while I do it. I also want to apologize in advance for everyone watching. I feel like I'm under the weather again. I don't know why it keeps happening to me, but I have a bit of a cough going right now, a bit of a runny nose. I need to take a bit of like cold medicine to help combat it, but if I have to be leaning away from the microphone and have a coughing fit, I assure you I am not dying. I just caught some sort of bug because, I mean, my job, for anybody who's curious, I actually go door to door, various towns around where I live to pitch people on windows and bathtubs, actually. But that puts me in contact with a lot of people. Sometimes they'll be honest and tell me they're sick, but I'm sure I encounter plenty of sick people going around and about, so I'm sure I picked it up from a random stranger I had a conversation with over the past couple of weeks here. Also, changing seasons, you know, make that flare up. So hopefully I don't sound too rough on stream. I don't have to keep backing away to have bad coughing fits. Minutes here and I'll get started. Just want to give time for people to come on in so that we're all clear on what I'm building today. Yep, I need to set a better poll next time. I've technically still got 2 days left, but things take time to build and I can't keep dilly-dallying if I want to keep a consistent upload schedule, so everybody who's watching right now, each and every one of you, very special to me to have someone here following along while I do this. Makes it building a lot more enjoyable to have company while you do it, for sure. Just a couple more minutes here and I'll get started for real. And to anybody who's watching right now, if you're in my Discord server, you can feel free to join the voice chat that I'm in right now if you want to be part of this. Of course, if you don't want to, I totally understand. Just making it clear that that is something I am welcoming people to do, because I did have somebody asking me about that earlier today. Tempted to grab another kit from that unboxing video, but I want to save some of it as surprises for the video itself because there's some kind of wacky and interesting things in there for sure. And some of them I will definitely be making builds based on in the future after I finish the one that I'm going to be working on today, which I don't think I'm going to finish today. Because I think it's so detailed it's going to take a while, but you never know. We'll see how it goes. we're close enough now, 2 minutes left, so I'll just get the introductory stuff for the stream out of the way here. But like I said before, and like I said in my last video and a couple of times on my Blue Sky page, today's stream is a viewer's choice one. I held a poll in my Discord server to have you guys pick between the Wing Gundam TV version, Master Grade, Hyaku Shiki Master Grade 2.0, or the Real Grade RX-78 2.0. That would be the stream, my next build stream and my next review video on the channel. Now, let me just go double check the poll here again. It is currently a three-way tie, and unless I somehow get a vote here in the next couple of minutes, I actually asked my wife to be the tie-breaking vote. I had her pick which of the three she would want to see built next, and that is probably the one I'm going to do today. But if anybody watching is in the server and hasn't placed a vote yet, you can do that real quick and change the decision here. But yeah, give it just a little more time here. Funny, I did a 12-way vote, or I mean, I'm sorry, a 3-way vote, or tie there in the vote, though. Doing viewer voted streams like this is something I want to do more of going forward here, because I like having your guys' involvement in the things that I do here. I'm just going to call it here, so I'll set this aside to have room for the box. It's going to be the Hyaku Shiki 2.0 Master Grade. This is 100% not going to fit in frame here, the box anyway, because it's a pretty sizable box, although it is pretty thin. My plan for today's stream is to get as far as I can, but the way I'm going to build this is I want to have the inner frame all assembled first, and I'll save all of the gold stuff for last, just because I want to keep the gold looking as nice as possible for as long as possible. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the dry transfer decals for the kanji on his shoulders, or if I'm going to be doing the sticker decals. I might look into getting a water slide decal sheet for this, and if that ends up being the case, I don't know if I'll train myself doing the decals for this, but yeah, this will for sure be my next redo, regardless of the decal situation. But let's see how far we can make it in this kit today. And I did unbox this one as well, as it's short, not long after I got it. But, yep, got the really hefty manual here, got the decals of course, and then, as you can see, this has all already been opened, except for the gold parts. So I'm going to take a moment to sort my runners here. Staying in the box, because as you can see, I have left all of the gold runners in their plastic, again as a bit of added protection for them. So I'm not going to be leaving my runners in the box like I normally would for build streams like this, just to keep them from getting damaged in there. But I will take a moment to just show you folks just how lovely the gold is on this kit. I do really like the way it looks. It definitely looks better in person than it does in any photograph or video, so I want to be careful and keep that looking as nice as possible. So this is going to be set somewhere out of the way, and this stack here is what I'm actually going to be building here, minus the new parts. I do want to have the inner frame on its own just for my own sake, since I like to play with the inner frame of the kit before I finish building it. It's just something I like to do. Kind of interesting how the gold cable for the beam rifle is injection plastic and not the special coated stuff, but yeah. And then the silver stuff is injection silver, not the plated stuff either. So hopefully it's not too hard to build just the inner frame of this. And I have this off to the side because I'm pretty sure everything in here is purely for the bazooka and the rifle. There's nothing on here for an inner frame, but I'll keep this handy. Let's see here. Yep, standard stuff. Crazy to me that this kit is a decade old now, though. Like, this came out in 2015. I always feel like this is newer than that. I don't know why. But it's a kit I've wanted for quite some time, and I am super pumped to have it right now. So, I had an empty paint box available. I was going to put the runners in there just to help hold it in place so that it's not as chaotic around here, but I don't have... That actually was pretty fitting. I completely forgot I had this down here. I have the box for the high-grade Hyaku Shiki here, the Revive one. I'm going to put the runners in there to help keep them stable here. Keep it like that so I can flip through them. I'm going to take the polycaps out because polycaps are polycaps. One runner like that. Kind of funny how they duplicated the runner that has the pilot figures on it, so you get 2 standing figures and 2 sitting figures. Alright, let's just get started. Starting off with the B runner. Bigger than I was expecting it to be. Come on. Okay. Alright, and then we need a pilot figure, our seated one, so I need one of these wine red E-runners here. And a little quattro there. Knock it out. There we go. Side note, the feet parts on this runner are molded outwards like this. Kind of strange. So they don't sit very well in this box because they're very much jutting out of their runners there, but not that big a deal. Nubs and the pilot figures always sucks, man. But I want to take a moment to appreciate the cockpit chair. Molded very deep with a lot of detail on there. Even got the little foot pedals down there. Pretty much looking exactly like it did in the show. Pop in our notchar here. His feet slide right on into those footrests there. I do always find it kind of funny that they're molded in such a way that their hands are always rested on their like legs. It doesn't really look like they're like piloting like they would in the show where they have the like handlebars that they're holding onto or whatever. But I guess that's probably just a limitation of how they can mold these sorts of things. And then there we go. We got Quattro sitting there in the cockpit. Got a little more visible for you guys. Go. So yeah, and I do believe I should be able to get him out of there. So I'm probably gonna try and paint him, at least make him pink like his normal suit is supposed to be. But kind of funny how I'm pretty sure the Hyaku Shiki is supposed to have a dome cockpit, but the way this is shaped here, like, makes it look like it's all flat. I do believe that they did it that way for the articulation. So. Okay, need the B runner yet again. And I'm going to need these parts here. So we'll leave the B runner on top since it seems like I'm needing parts for this one quite a bit in these next couple steps here. Oh, I missed a nub on that first one, so great. At least this kind of gunmetal colored plastic doesn't nub up too bad. Although most of it is going to be covered by armor layers, so it's not a big deal. I need 14 oh. Oh, these also have, each one of them has polycap number 15 inside of them. Yeah, I didn't get all the nub off of that one. Come on now. Okay. Go in long side inwards. Getting butterfingers already. I just started. There we go. And then the whole cockpit will spin up and down with the absence, which is kind of cool. Makes it feel more dynamic in there. Okay. More B parts here. There's another big-ish one here. Cutter in there, come on now. Here to cover up. Okay. Debating on whether or not I want to put these on, actually, because this, I technically would consider that outer armor, but if it's necessary for the structural stability of this frame here, I guess I'm going to have to put that on. Like that is either not structurally necessary, so I'll keep those aside in case I end up being wrong about that, but I want to be leaving this inner frame as bare as possible. but we can still sort of make out our little Quattro in there, but you can much more covered up here for sure. There we go. Yeah, now you can see it. Excuse me. Alright, looks like we're gonna need another runner now. Runner D. Probably, yep, this isn't one of those build two of them things, so I'll make sure I have both of them ready here. Number 12. Oh wait, no, I need number 6. I need PC 12. Looking ones here. Cap completely fills up the inside of this part here, basically lining the inside of it with, because you can sort of see how they're similar in shape. The polycap is just completely filling the inside of that surface there with rubber. And then it looks like this whole thing gets covered up by a couple of dome pieces. I'll do this one at a time so I don't get here, but I do need 14 and 15 and then 5. I want to know what it is about this plastic. It does not nub up that bad at all when I use my God hand here. Like, you'd have to look really close to see where the nubs used to be. There's the other part. So this goes like this. Don't want to be cutting off something structurally important. Forward because that's what the instructions say. Just got to do the same thing on the other side now. Love this like spear shape that the joints in the shoulders and ankles have, though. I don't know what it is about it. Sometimes it's just aesthetically pleasing to me. I can already tell from what I've built so far that the frame of this kit is going more for the articulation than the functionality, because the shoulder extension has no piston in it like it did on the RX-78 2.0. So, excuse me. Looks like gotta get the B runner back out again. Need number 22. Another big one here. Hinge in 2 separate places, and they have the up and down as well. Nice and tight with that poly cap in there. And it looks like those parts are not necessary for the structure of this, so I'm just going to continue leaving them off. And I'll make sure that they go back in the box so I don't lose them, but let's see here. Cockpit hatch, it looks like. I'll be leaving the neck guard off, but I will put the neck joint on. And I'll put on the front part of the cockpit hatch just for there to be something there. No, actually, I think just for the aesthetic, I'm going to leave the cockpit hatch off for now, just so I can have a really exposed version of the Hyaku Shiki for funsies here. And as you can see here, oh, if I don't drop it, where'd it go? Even the inside of the neck, there's detail on there, so I think it's totally worth it to display it on its own like that. So not putting any of those parts on there, so shake off my access nubs and go to the next page here. Yep, and then that's when you'd be putting on pretty much all of that is armor, except I guess I'll put that part on there just so that the chest is a little more full. That is pretty much it for the torso here. Already got a pretty substantial bit of kit going here in just about 20 minutes worth of building. I'm already super excited for how flexible the final kit's gonna be, so let's keep going here. Yeah, the head's gonna be super quick, I can already tell, because most of it is the outer armor here. tough part about my current streaming setup is that it's awkward to find good angles to show me cutting the pieces. I'm looking into maybe getting a proper camera mount, both for streaming and for my regular video content, but the desk that I work on is so unstable that I feel like that would just make it worse, because that's part of the reason why my camera wobbles so bad when I make videos, is because this desk isn't the most stable thing out there. So I tendency to rock around with the slightest tap. Even like walking by it makes it do that. Kind of cool here. I'm not putting the sticker on it now, but it already vaguely resembles the Hyaku Shiki face here, even without all the scaling on it. It's kind of neat. Obviously, no clear part for the inner part of the eye. The outer part of the eye Alright, and then here. I'm not going to put any of the clear parts on just for the sake of simplicity here. So, looks like the last part I have to put on the head to keep it as bare bones as possible is this part right here. So it's not a very full head because it's going to be mostly gold outer armor plating here, but it's got a kind of cool shape to it here. You can definitely see what it'll become here. Pop that on the body here. Now head on the shoulders, yeah. So it looks like our next part here is going to be the armor, or the arms, excuse me. Set this off to the side here. Okay. Just trying to scope ahead here. Alright. I think the best way I think I can go about this is by doing it one arm at a time. Does this case literally cover not the whole arm? Looks like I'm just gonna go one arm and then the other arm just to make sure I don't mix up parts here, which should take out a good majority of both of my sea runners here, although some of these parts I can definitely tell are for the legs. Okay. Sonic CD has such a good soundtrack. Oh yeah, the piping, duh. Is it really a universal Sentry mobile suit design if it doesn't have a little bit of tubing to it? Unless you're a Gundam, I guess. They're immune to the tubing. missing one part here, but I might as well just get the nubs off of this now. Like, that was a pretty thick gate right there. That nub is, you know, very acceptable. Excuse me. Can't complain about that too much. I have heard that the blue parts on this kit can nub pretty badly though, so we'll see how that goes when I get there. But it looks like I have to get a different runner here. Teeny tiny little silver part there going in the arm, it looks like. Alright. Trying my best not to lose that right there. Okay, and then I need PC-10. Polycap goes down here. Excuse me. Terribly sorry about that. Trying to make sure I'm following the instructions correctly here. Interesting. Very odd construction of this silver part in front of this red piping here. The red pipes plug into this metallic part here, and then the silver part plugs into the red, but is not being held in by this larger part here. If that makes sense. I just find that kind of cool. Give me 1 second here. I don't want you to just hear me coughing and wheezing the entire time I'm streaming here. I don't think that would be fun for anyone, so hopefully that's the last of that. Alright, 18, 19, and 25. There's 18 and 19. I was done. Oh man. Anyway. Uh-oh, that marked up a little bit. A gentle spray can't fix. Just gotta go. 9. This piece right here. How does this go together? Oh, I see now. Just a little red square going to be part of this here, and I got to get the other half of that cut out now. Part here. Assembly goes together. Just gotta make sure line this up right. Taps it off. Here we have the elbow to the wrist here. That little silver highlight really does add a nice bit of detail to it. And then, oh, I know what that is now. It's the random red square on the back of the arm, or the forearm. And then obviously you get the double joint out of the arm and the extra hinge of the wrist. Helps actually have that on frame, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'm just going to keep going with the rest of the arm, and then when this arm is done, I'll build the other one. Most of this is armor, but I will put these red details on there just for the pop of color. And B12. Probably some of the smallest pieces on this kit are going right here, it seems. Where are these going? They plug into there. Hopefully these don't give me too much trouble job-wise. Hold them so that they don't go flying on me. For how small these parts are, these gates are kind of substantial. Let's see here. That could be worse, that's not too bad. Handling parts this small is definitely a pain though. Not sure what this detail is meant to be, but a nice extra pop of color on the arms. Nice. Alright. Okay, and I'm skipping the armor, moving on to... Looks like we got the shoulder joint coming here, and then the hand. Okay. 27. look ahead in the instructions real quick here. Okay, I think just to avoid getting too confused here, I'm gonna pop this onto the body and then remind myself that that is the right arm. I'm gonna swap these out here. Cut out and start working on the other arm, and then I'll do the hands. Hopefully that keeps things from getting too messy here. Alright. Everyone watching right now, how are you doing today? Fine Saturday here near the end of March. Y'all having a good one? The dang thing almost looks like a nub. So I'll try to show this here now that I know what to expect, but poly cap in there. So you have this little tab, this part here, that little tab sticking out there. You know, I need to make sure this is aligned correctly here. So there's a very long slit in this part. You can barely see it, but there's a long slit in the middle of these pipes. So what you do is you put the pipes onto the arm like this, and you'll notice the tab doesn't fill the whole hole there, because the tab that comes out of this silver part here is what goes into that leftover space. So the red part holds onto the silver part, and then the red part holds the two of them onto the rest of it, which I think is kind of interesting, and it gives that nice separation with that shiny highlight there. Okay. That goes around that is what comes next. Part 21 here, getting the Something I find kind of fun about master grade kits is that sometimes you'll be building something and you have no clue what it is until you put it all together right at the end, and then you're like, oh, that's what that is. 'Cause that's kind of how I was with a lot of this like lower part of the arm here. I wasn't really sure what was what and why things were done the way that they were. And then it all comes together, and then you totally understand why it was built that way. Here's a little bit of an illustration before I cover it all up. This bit here is what gives that wrist the extra bit of movement, and then all this stuff here is what stuff elbow. So, yeah, kind of cool. Gotta get that last piece off of the C runner here, and then I'll put those red accent bits on before putting this on the rest of the body and moving on to the hands. This is honestly assembling a lot faster than I thought it was going to. So we might actually see a complete Hyaku Shiki inner frame before I have to finish her today, because it's not even an hour in and I'm already, I feel like, approaching maybe 1/3 to half the way there. I guess that's another good thing about modern master grade kits. They build up decently quick, so... Not the biggest fan of taking nubs off of parts that small, but at the very least I believe once all the armor panels are on, that'll be covered up. So that helps a lot. Okay. Oh, I'm silly me, I need the shoulder. Alright. Yeah, arms are on there. Let's get on to the fingers, because that's what's going to take up most of this time here, I can already tell. Interesting. Okay, I thought, I'm looking in the instructions here, you probably can't even see that. I'm just going to set this aside since I don't think I'm going to be using it, but right here, I was hoping you could put the little silver piece that goes up by the index finger for the like multi-tool thing that the hands of these kits have. It looks like you need to have the gold part on there for that to work, so it's going to be a pretty bare bones hand here. Okay. So it looks like the main hand, the base of the fingers is runner B. The rest of it comes on both C runners. So I'll just do this one hand at a time here. Start with the right one. Number 4. I want to be very, I'm a little like paranoid about this right now, because the first time I ever built a master grade that had hands like this, it was the Zaku 2.0. I accidentally put the wrong fingertip piece into the base and completely ruined it, so I'm trying to avoid doing that right now. So I'm just going to get this cleaned and assembled here, and then I'll worry about what's on the C runner here. Decent size to these hands though, kind of neat. Like they're a little bigger than I would have expected. I know that the Hyaku Shiki has pretty large hands because they're very similar in style to what the Rick Diaz has, although they're not that huge, but since they use the same weapon, it would make sense that they would need to have pretty large hands to accommodate that. And I do plan on splitting these fingers at some point, not on camera though. I want to have the finesse to do that without trying to make it like visible for my audience here. So, what direction? I guess we go in like this. Okay. And I'll just start with the thumb since it's a single piece. Kind of hard to cock that up. 17. Got a weirdly long thumb on this one. I would have thought this was the index finger. Like this is the thumb. Kind of odd. Grateful that it's all on this plastic that doesn't seem to nub super bad, so it won't look atrocious on these fingers. Okay, let's get his rest of his fingers going here. I'm going to start with the index finger. Well, that's handy. It looks like the fingertips are all the same. Come on, slide up a little further. The fingertips are all the same piece, so that should hopefully help keep me from breaking something here, but get the base of the index finger going here. I'm just gonna go one fingertip at a time to hopefully avoid losing them here. One fingertip down, 7 more to go. So far, so good. Sorry, I'm not talking a whole lot. I'm trying to focus to make sure I'm not breaking anything on these. I would hate to be missing a finger because I did something stupid, you know? Whew. Delicate stuff. Last one for this hand. Oh, there we go. Hey, hand number 1. All done here. Looking pretty good. I do wish it had a back panel that was just inner frame like the RX-78 2.0 does, but there we go. I'm gonna take a moment here. Now let's do the other hand, which I guess I need to be on the next page for. Set that aside. Comes off. Oh, jeez. My rubber ring gripped on the manual there and pushed it. That's what happened there. Oh, I missed one part of the hand, almost. These tabs to help it hold on to the weapons. Tiny, tiny little parts that they are. I'm gonna get this runner ready for next year, but I'm gonna take care of this first. Want to take a moment to appreciate how small that part is. My hands are getting kind of shaky, so we'll see how this goes. But it doesn't look like it has a specific up or down, it just needs to go in there. I think my hands are too big to put that in there, so I'm gonna very carefully use my multi-tool here. Nope, those are too thick too. Okay. My decal tweezers ought to do it, right? Okay, that's not working either. I guess I'm gonna see if I can do it with my hands again real quick, otherwise I might just pass on that for now and do it later. Oh, I got it in there, somehow. Just plugs up that little hole in there, and I lost the thumb and the index finger in the process of putting that in there. Alright, now the hand is done, and I'll move on to the next one. I'm going to try to put the weapon holding thing in there first, just because I can tell it's going to be a pain. Just get it out of the way. Maybe a little easier without the fingers in there. I wonder why they didn't tell you to put that part in first. So yeah, they fold down like that. And then I believe the weapons have their own corresponding tab that holds the other direction so that they lock in together, and I believe it's supposed to be really sturdy, so. Now the fun part yet again. Assembling the index finger before putting it on the rest of it makes it any easier. That did make it a little easier, so I think I'm gonna pop these off and then put the fingers on before putting them on the hand. I don't think... I originally did that thinking I would need something sturdy to push against, but I think I have enough to hold on to there that that's not necessary. In an effort to speed this up, I'm gonna take a risk and cut all three of these out at once. finger here. Alright, both hands in the kit. Alright, big old yaoi hands like I would expect from anything out of Zeta Gundam. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little break here. Gotta use the restroom real quick here, and then I'll get back to it here. Hopefully, I have 2 hours left. Maybe I can finish this today. We'll see here. Be right back. Let's get back to it with the waist unit here. Don't know if, I think the rest of the parts on the C runners here are for the legs. Oh, I do need some parts for the looks like that's probably the kit joint I'm putting together there, so that would make sense. Definitely the hip joint here. Oh yeah, duh, it's telling me to make 2 of them.
No such thing as fate for those who speed. A path at a time instead of just living it.
PC2.
So many things erase before they begin. Hopes on dream instead of what could have been. Fortune fades like what's in the sand. Just like that, it's nothing at all, just seems. Nothing at all, just seems. Yeah. Fortune shines with 7 in hand. Back to back, make real of all that seems. Make real of all that seems. 7 rings in hand, speed through nights with beating sand. 7 rings in hand, wonders all under command. 7 rings in hand, wild with just one single hand. 7 rings in hand, narrowed hearts catch fire now. Make believe reborn, in mind reborn. Question all that's known, legends blurred and torn. No such thing as a narrow through dreams. Hopes may burden but forever last to give in. So many things need a push or pull to begin. Aren't free to move unless another hand gets in. Be it all the same, it's never the same. Just like that, it's nothing at all, just means. Nothing at all, just means. If all as is, then it's never as is. Back to back, make real of all that seems. Make real of all that seems. 7 rings in hand, speed through nights with beating
hips do this thing where they slide down like that, which I'm not entirely sure what that does for articulation. I'll have to play around with it once it's all built here, but I gotta get the top half of that on here, which I do believe is gonna be the rocking part of the hips. 17.
Legends blurred and torn.
Skip those parts for now, unless it turns out they need to be on there for some reason, but I don't think they do. Just to have this be as fair as possible, like I said.
Seven seas in hand, speed of sound through sands, all our hopes and plans in one single hand.
Alright, it looks like I need to get this on here. That'll help lock it down. Large and solid. There we go. So looks like this sub-assembly in here for the side skirt rocks on its own, and then this peg which goes into the torso does the rest of the rocking. Very interesting. Of what goes on here is armor plating, although I will put this poly cap on there for the front skirt. And it looks like, oh yeah, the skirts do have some inner frame to them, which is cool. So just these parts of the skirts here. Saber rack, it looks like. assembly for the waist and the skirt armor on it. Let's pop that onto the rest of it here. So yeah, without the armor to hold those skirts on in the front, they're a little loose, but getting the full sense of what we're working with here. So let's get on to these legs. Oh, gotta appreciate the middle pages, of course. Love how... Oh, this must have... Maybe this... I don't remember if this predates the RE100 line, because that's not the RE100 kit there. I don't think it is. Because these two pictures here are the Mastery 2.0s of the Zeta Mark II, but that's not the RE100 DJ there. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, lovely stuff here. Painted guide for the pilot figure too. Let's move on to those legs. Let's see how much of this I can get done before I gotta wrap up. Of runner D, I think. I'm going to try and go about this the same way that I did with the arms. I'm just going to do one little bit at a time to try and keep myself from getting too confused here. I did. I missed the shoulder armor, it looks like. Alright, backtrack just a tiny bit here before those legs, because I missed the shoulder armor. So we have the shoulder with the red bits for the thrusters there. And just clips on top of the arm there. Just gonna do that one more time here. Kind of neat about these thruster pieces that the insides of them have this hexagonal pattern to them, because this is what's visible on the inside of the shoulder once all the armor is on top of it. So you saw it there for a second. I don't know why it's not focusing, but yeah, it's there. Kind of neat. Kind of extra bit of detail you'd like to see in a master grade for sure. I'm really appreciating on this kit is the lack of parts that once you put them together you can't take them apart. Makes doing a build like I'm doing right now a lot easier when you don't have to worry about putting something in and it being stuck there. Maybe that's more indicative of the Hyaku Shiki's design. I don't know. Appreciate it regardless though. Other shoulder armor. There we go. Bulk them up there a little bit. Now let's get on with those legs. Looks like we're starting with the feet and then working our way up. hefty ankle joint that I know that this kit has. Just a big old ball there, the ankle joint. Ankle joints done. Here. This pretty hefty part here, kind of like what cradles the ankle joint here. Hefty snap when you push that in there, but that is the ankle, and it's a little ball that rests in another cup, although it's actually holding that in there. Kind of gives this thing the illusion that it's a big ball joint almost. Kind of reminds me of how Iron-Blooded Ultimate Gundams, like burnt, sort of, except without the split. I'll cut out the one for the other side here to give you a better sense of what it looks like. So yeah, so without the poly cap in there, you have this whole thing with a bit of detail in it that you're, I mean, quite frankly, not going to see once this is fully built and over the control unit, I guess, look like the track that this would be going on. But it's not like the shoulders where you can pull the shoulders out to see what that detail is when it's all done. Because once this is in there, it's pretty covered, as you saw when I put the first one together there. So this one goes in there here with the click. There you go. Yeah, so like I said, that ankle joint covers up pretty much all of that. It's just all it does is rock side to side. You're not going to be able to see that again without disassembling it. B1 and 2. parts I'm definitely going to be a little more careful with, since this is outer armor, and this definitely does need to be on here because this is not going to hold up the weight of this on its own. I don't believe it needs a bit more surface area to grip. Some gnarly gates on these parts of the feet, though. That's not great. The big flat kind of gate that I hate like so much. Okay, and I got to do that again, which is, oh boy. Whittle this down here to make this as not visible as I can. This is when I break out the razor to try and work that down. That's not great. Might be easier to repeat that at this point, because even after hitting it with the razor, it's still pretty visible, so. Some of that gets partially covered by, there's going to be gold parts over that later, so that helps a little bit. And I do believe all of this is going to be fully covered by the top part of the foot, so I just need to make sure it's flush. Save that a little bit there. Interesting. That didn't mark up too bad, so that's good. Razor doing miracle work there, making that as invisible as I possibly can. number 1 done. Now I gotta do the second one. I was a little anxious about these thicker nubs breaking my god hand earlier, so I'm just gonna take the brutal route, cut them away from the part, not actually cutting flush to the part with these cheap cutters here. Damn. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. I guess we'll wait and see. Better than the last one did. So I'm going to sand that just a tiny bit here. Nubs on the feet here are atrocious, bro. Like, look at the size of that gate there. And I'm whittling it down with my god hand to minimize damage to the part itself. That's a bit intense. You don't really normally see nubs that thick on most kits. Cleaned up a little better than the initial one did, so that's nice. Pop you in place here. Did I put that in upside down? Did I? No, I didn't. Now it's in there. Even the top of the foot has some wicked thick nubs on it. Like, I guess it's all just because of how they've molded those parts for the feet vertically rather than horizontally, maybe? Wonder why they thought that was the best way to do it. Never a good thing. I've cleaned up a lot better pop this on here, and then I just got a text from my wife here, so I should probably read that. Alright, I'll be right back here, folks. Looks like we got a bit of mail. I'm gonna get that up here super quick. Be back in a moment. I wish they could do both, but you know, I guess you can't win them all, right? At least they should have a pretty great ankle pivot, just judging by the freedom that this thing has here. Very stiff actual pivot forward and backward though, because of that poly cap in there. Probably won't need the razor again for the rest of this, so I'm just gonna set that back there. And it looks like the next thing they want me to put together is the hip joint. And they do have you build a bunch of stuff in pairs before they start doing left and right specific, which is nice. I'm gonna look at how much red crap is on my manual, getting the nubs off of just the feet there, bro. And I had to whittle those nubs down to get them to clean like nicely. It's actually kind of making it difficult to see certain parts of the instructions. Anyway. Excuse me. That was not PC2 I needed there. Jesus. I needed C2. PC1. Good lord. Sorry about that.
The sun is falling in the sky beyond. Light is fading from our world. The sun is falling in the sky beyond, and light is fading from our world. Now's the time of reckoning. The final battle has begun.
Another instance of the polycap looks almost exactly like the part, and then the polycap goes inside of the part to like give the inside that rubbery grip, I guess. Okay, hip joint number 1. Hip joints 1 and 2 done. Put them over there with the feet for now. And then it looks like the... Interesting. Okay, they have you build pretty much the whole leg, almost. No, or wait, no. That is pretty much the whole leg, and then the thrusters that are different from left to right is when they start differentiating. Okay. Need runner C again. Gonna take this piece by piece like I have been. 13 has some stuff going on in it. Another bit of red tubing here, number 2. for this one. And the other one is also PCT. These, I believe, are both of the joints that make up the knee bend. Okay, and then this lovely bit for the knee armor here, like the backing part for it, and then I was using the other C runner for that, whatever, I'll figure it out when I get there. Well, this must be one of those, like, kind of free-floating, like, armor joint pieces that Master Grade kids love doing. Yeah. So the knee armor is gonna more than likely with this part down here pivot along with the knee bend. Okay. And then these two, and then a poly cap. Or 3. I know how to read. Looks like this is the thigh part here. Cap goes into the thigh joint, and then this part will go in like this, top. So we have the top part of the knee bend here, where the tube ever so effortlessly just slides on in, or it gives the illusion that it like tucks into the leg when it bends. Lovely stuff there, and it maintains that nice shape the whole way because it's a solid piece, but I don't know, I'm just, maybe I'm easily impressed, but I like the way that was done. Plus, even the inner frame for the thigh has a bit of mechanical detail to it. Not as all-encompassing as the inner details of like the Zaku 2.0 or the RX-78 2.0. It's definitely simpler than that, but still looks great. Got the additional bit of articulation for the ankle coming up here, as well as the one major moving piston on the whole design, if I remember correctly. Yep, and then we need a poly cap and then another one of our silver pieces for this here. Yep. This is the most involved poly cap I think I've ever seen on a Gundam kit here. Let me cut it out and show you guys here. Because usually it's like a hole, 2 pegs, a hole and a tab. This one's got this whole sculpt to it, but it's still a poly cap. Alright, let's see here. Oh, interesting. The cap goes in like so, and then this piece is just kind of free floating in here. There's no friction to it. Yeah. Little bit, but it sits in there pretty loosely, I imagine, to allow the most movement possible out of the ankle. You don't want to make it like too stiff. Okay. And I've heard that the way that they do this piston is kind of unique, so I'm curious to see how this goes together here. And then I need 19. there's a bit of friction in this part here. Interesting. This should all lock together once I get these next parts on it here. Parts. Fun. And I will say, this injection silver they have for all of these parts here is really nice. You don't get anywhere near the extent of the marbling that I would think you would. I don't know what, if it's a different formula they use to make it shiny on it or what, but it's pretty nice. You wonder what this part here is supposed to be. Where did that other silver part go? There it is. This little bit here moves, and then get this all cleaned up real quick here. And then we get that moving piston in there. Okay, and then this little flap here moves apparently. I'm not sure what that does. Interesting. Oh, I think it adds a bit of articulation to some armor that'll go on top of it later. Okay, gotta bring out the runner. Oh, wait. Okay, this is when... Interesting. So the connecting bit from the lower to the top part of the leg is when it starts differentiating. For gits and shiggles. Just put that on there. So yeah, we're looking at a decently sized leg here. Okay, well let me build the other pair of that and then I'll move on to doing the different stuff.
Back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on the turntables back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on it back to back, and spinning on it back to back, on the turntables back.
The rest of the parts on the Sea Runner after you're done with the legs are just these spare bits for the hands. So I'm just going to set that aside so it's less I have to fiddle with. And backtrack to here again. Interesting. This part with the nub on here kind of just broke off while I was cutting it, but there's like no mark left behind. Barely any. Kind of lucky. Slowly running out of polycaps here too. that part's done. Ah, shit. Nope, I forgot the knee armor. At least, I think I've made it an admirable distance before I made a mistake. At least one that requires disassembly like this. You take those W's where you can. Now this part is done. There we go. Okay. Oh, I gotta do the 5 part too. Now for the lower part. Going back in the original box. So close to actually having something standing in front of me here. I'm actually, you probably can't tell by the way by the way I'm talking right now, I am actually very excited for this. Believe me. Now let's get to what makes the right leg and the left leg different here. Parts in it. 14. Oh wait, no, that's not what that is. Looks like a gold part is supposed to go in here, but I'm gonna see if I can just leave that off for now. Another silver part though. Here. I think I can get away without putting the gold part on there. It should just go on without needing to disassemble the whole thing here. Oh, okay. Got a track in there. So we have almost the whole leg coming together here, but I wanted to show off the knee bend. Kind of cool. There's a little track in there that the new armor is on, and then full 90-degree or 180-degree bend there. And I do believe it's supposed to do you can bend it backwards and then forwards like that, like a Zeta Gundam would. Just a fun thing that they added. Let me reinforce that with another bit of plating here before I break something. There we go. Looking mighty fine there. And then got a couple of red pieces, and then I'll pop this on the rest of it here. This red part has thick gates on it. What's up with that? Covers up these thrusters here. I think I want to save, because I'm actually not sure how tall this kit is going to be when it's all done. I'm going to wait until I have both legs assembled just to make it a little more fun here. So, I'm going to get these last two bits here out. And then this part here is silver. Looks like we're ordering dinner tonight. Just trying to figure out what we're both going to want here when I'm done with this. So when I was saying there's a track earlier, that like straight line there in the part of this part of the knee joint here is where that armor plate thing rests on, so it allows it to slide like I was showing earlier. Like this. Almost got. Oh, I missed a nub. Now, just got to get the red parts on there. One second. Alright, let's see how tall our naked gentleman here stands. He's a decent height, decent size to him. And we've got pretty much the whole main body all together here. One second, I just got another text. Yeah, so I'm gonna quick look ahead in the instructions to see if there's anything else I can maybe build before we finish up here. It does look like I could maybe... Yeah, I could get the frame for the backpack here, and then we'll see how much time I have left after that. Because it looks like the backpack can, for the most part, fit onto the body without any additional help here. Big silver parts here are I can definitely use. And then I think the rest of it is polycaps and stuff that's still left on the D runners here. Oh, and it looks like the side scripts do have a bit of it in detail. One second here. I'll be right back. Want for dinner there. Just had to have a quick chat about that. Anyway, stuff around off camera here. 19 and 20. Oh, that was weird. I don't know what that was. Oh, I think my smoke alarm is running low on battery. That's probably what that was. Looks like we got a bit of thrusters. I could totally just build up here real quick. Actually, for real, finish this runner here. There's nothing left on this one. That's fun. Yep, everything's off that runner. That goes with my garbage runners. I'll quickly take care of what I have here. Sometimes those nubs just do not want to come out of the god hand. I don't understand. Thrusters do have red trim on the inside of them, but I think I'm just gonna leave it out for now. It is cool that they have that represented in plastic, though. A lot like what the new Zeta Gundam Verta does. This is being weird about how it wants to go in, and I'm trying not to break it. Like, is that in? There we go. Okay. Price is averted. Okay, now I just gotta get all the parts out from the other side here. 1 second. Alright, let's get these parts cut out here. Another runner done. side skirt here. Okay, let's finish off the backpack here. Last little bit here. Alright. Let me move some stuff around here. Oh, come on now. Alright. Oh. Yeah, I actually did not think I would make it this far today, but here we go. Pretty much the entire inner frame of our Hyaku Shiki 2.0 here is all here and accounted for. None of the blue parts, none of the gold parts, just the gunmetal and the red. And yeah, I like that even the backpack has a bit of inner frame to it. It's a nice touch. I'm not going to be building any of the weapons here. We've actually, my wife and I she just ordered us dinner, so I should probably wrap up here soon to make sure that I'm ready to get when it gets there. Because man, I am hungry right now. But I want to take a moment to appreciate the inner frame that we have here, and let's see. Just want to see how good the articulation is. Insane. Backwards pivot of the spine there. Of course, you have arms that can straight up do that, among many other things, make them look like that. Arms seem like they're pretty standard, shoulders are standard. Got the fingers there, which I will cut off hand right here. Oh, the skirt armor, despite being on a ball joint, goes up very high there, so how good. Well, that is as high up as the leg kicks, it seems. So, of course, you got the dropping hips there, which drops the leg by about that much. That leg bend that I established before is pretty good. Why is this not moving? Oh, that's right, it moves up there. Yeah. And then you have the pivot up here as well as a pivot down here. So you can get some pretty good pointy foot poses there. And it goes forward. Oh, jeez. I don't know why you would want the foot to go that far forward. I guess that's one way to offset the toe not bending up that much. Just have the whole dang foot bend that far forward. Whoops. And yeah. Insane spread out of the like good ankle pivot there too. So yeah, pretty sweet. So I do believe I want to try streaming again here a week from today, next Saturday, finishing this kit here. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, next week's video is not going to be a review on this, since, like I said, I'm finishing the build on stream next week. My next video is going to be a bit of an unboxing video, and then the video after that should be on the straight build of this kit and my overall thoughts of it. Yeah, thank you all so very, very much for joining me while I put this lovely little gentleman here together. Look forward to seeing you guys here again on Saturday, where I hopefully get him looking all nice and shiny. See how that goes. You all have a good one. See you in the next stream.